Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? I think we're live. We're live. All right. Guys, we're going to have a silly goose time today. I paid stupid money to get this StreamYard thing, and look, if they still put their stinking logo up on this $10 version. It's okay. It's okay. Let me fix my audio real quick. Actually, while I do that, let me hit you up with this thing. Here we go. Let's start the show. Drunk talk. All right. Boom. How's that? Is that worth the $96 that I just paid for this? Oh my stars! All right, I got change. I got money in my freaking pockets. All right, let's do this show. How's everyone doing? Let's get into the chat. I've got a list of topics to go through tonight. And if you have anything that you guys want me to talk about, let me know, and I'll put it down on this docket of things to talk about. All right, here we go. Vincenzo C. What is he holding? Is that a tampon? No, it's a Copic marker. My editing skills on that thumbnail were bad. We got JMO saying hi, how you doing? Jins Jennerton, yo, Ichthus, are you still doing the documentary Road to Image Comics? Ooh, I'll definitely, let me put that in there. Why no more? Boom, that's on there. Spicy Nuts, it's Vin Comics, that's funny. Pencil for Life, yo, how you doing, Brad? Handymancomic.com, new pages dropping this week. I'll put that on the list of things to showcase. All right. Daniel Burns, hey man, hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. How are you guys doing? How's everyone's holiday, by the way? Did you guys have a good weekend? My wife is texting me. What's the notification? It's my Twitter, babe. We got a lot of we got a lot to talk about. Massive Panda, what's up, Tyler? I hope the comics are coming along well. No, dude, we're gonna be talking about that. I busted out a page at lunch on my lunch break today. Everyone's trying to talk to me, and now I was like, guys, I am focused on this page. Vincenzo C, what did you do to LP? Oh man, I'm gonna be we'll be sending the link out to LP later tonight. JMO, thank you for pronouncing my name right. I hope I pronounced it right the second time. Chef's tree ornaments would be nice. Specs Vision, howdy. How you doing, man? Chef is going to be amazing, buddy. Thanks. All right, guys, let's do this. I like it. Spicy Nuts, I like your room. Hey, thanks. Courtesy of my wife. This is our closet. And she let me have this. Very nice. Ellsworld, what up, everyone? And Diller Draws. Oh my gosh. Dillard, I have your so this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna be talking about what went well in 2020, what went bad in 2020, what I learned this year, comic stuff that happened this year, changes to the channel in 2021, why we're doing things the way we're doing. We're gonna showcase a couple indie comics projects that look good, that I think are worthy of the dollar, and then we're just gonna get to it. So here we go. What type of time are we going to have? What type of time? Oh, we're gonna have a silly goose time, dude. We're always gonna have a silly goose time. All right. Okay, so let's do this. First off, I want to get to Ichthus's question. Why no more documentary? So at the beginning of the year, I talked to the FERT gang. I was gonna do something called the Road to Image Comics. It was gonna be an 8-part series, and I was gonna showcase what it would take to pitch to Image Comics and how much money you can make. Anyways, I scripted out all the episodes. I started working on the comic. And the more research I did, the more I went into it, the more depressing it got to see just how hard it was to not just pitch to Image, but if you were to get published. And my plan wasn't to get published. It'd be cool to have gone published, but it was just going to show the process of building that pitch and then sending it to them and then seeing what their response was going to be. And it just like, after talking with a lot of creators, I mean, they mean, Image isn't as good of a deal as people think. I mean, a lot of times you have to pay out money to Image to cover your printing costs, and it was just sad. And then on top of that, with my sadness of what happened with Demons Volume 3, I kind of just like left it, and I didn't know if I was going to keep making comics or not. So that's why we didn't do the Road to Image comics documentary. All right. Daniel Burns has a question. Doing well. How do I make printing a 25-page book cost effective? That's a great question. I'll put that on there. How to print a 25-page book cost effective. We'll walk through that. So, Britton, what happened with Demons Volume 3? So I made a video on it, and it was, did my campaign fail? And I consider Demons Volume 3 not necessarily a failure because we did fund and we got the books out. But when I did Volume 1, I had around 70 backers, and we made like $1,700. And then in Volume 2, we doubled that, and we had around like 90 backers, and we did almost $3,000. So I was hoping with Demons Volume 3 that more people would jump on, and not a lot of people came back from Volume 2 and people who bought Volume 2 didn't come back and buy Volume 3. So that was just all that meant was that, maybe people just didn't like Volume 1, Volume 2. Maybe I didn't do enough marketing. My wife and I were having a baby around that time that I launched the campaign. But yeah, so that's what happened. That is what happened. Massive Panda, which one of your comics would you have pitched to Image, Demons or Undead Road? It was going to be a completely new comic. I was talking with Matt something. He's written for like X-Men, and he did Hawkeye Freefall. I was talking with him, and he said never pitch. He said never pitch to the big companies and a full comic, which is weird. I thought that they would want to see a full comic, but what they want though is they would rather see 5 to 6 pages. They want to see the concept. They want to see what they can do, because after 5 or 6 pages, you can easily make those changes. You can then they can be like, hey, maybe we do this differently, and there's still room for you to maneuver your story. Whereas if you have a full comic book, Matthew Rosenberg, yes, thanks, Massive Panda. If you pitch them a full comic book, they're gonna be like, gosh, there's nothing, like, if it's crap, it's crap. They can't improve it. They might like the concept, but they can't improve it because the work's done. So they're just going to reject it. So we said, whenever you're pitching, always make sure that it's like 5 to 6 pages, and just show your best work in those 5 to 6 pages. Let them know what you're going to be doing, but it's easier for them. So that's what Matt Rosenberg told me. And so that's what I would have done. I would have created a concept. But I didn't. So let's talk about what went well in 2020. Man, it's been a long year. It's been a long year. It's nuts. So, in 2020, I fulfilled 2 campaigns, and Demons Volume 3, I mean, it was so easy because there wasn't a lot of backers. I did it pretty quickly, and then that was that. And then I kind of took a break from making comics, and I didn't know if I was gonna keep making comics or not. So I started making more YouTube videos. I started doing more anthology work. So I did Cthulhu Invades Oz. I did a 2-page for Travis Gibb for his broke down 4 Dead Bodies book. I did like 3 or 4 other anthologies, that were like 4 pages. I also did that comic book, Masked with Frank Martin. That was 20 pages. That was a lot of fun to do. It was hard. I drew it all. I did like half digital, half traditional. We did it. The production time of that 20-page comic was like 4 weeks from conception, script to art, to getting it to you guys. So that was a lot of fun. As well, the channel also grew a lot, which I'm really happy about. I had a couple I have like 4 videos that bring in subscribers, and so I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about that, because I really enjoy doing YouTube and making these kind of videos. I'm just adding some more points. Spicy Nuts, I saw your thing. So yeah, so 2020, it has been good. It's also been really rough. It's been really rough. I think because of the type of videos that I've started to do, I started doing, like it landed on some heat. So if you guys saw, I talked about I did a stream with Larry Higgins of Niobe Comics, of Rebel Niobe Comic, and Rebel Comics. I'm gonna send him a link out here later today. But this guy named Arthur, he did a video review of my comic Entity, and he said it was the worst comic of 2020. So that sucked. And here's the thing, Arthur's a complete nobody, as am I. But as I started making more of these videos, I started getting like more reactions from people who were like who get angry at me. I got more like anger messages, and it was not a silly goose time. Also, we had the thing with Terrence that sucked, where I got banned from that Facebook group. I actually got banned from a lot of Facebook groups this year, because they all thought that I was like some alt-right white supremacist. I'm like, dude, I'm Asian. It's so stupid. So all of that like sucked, but it kind of solidified me and what I wanted to do. Is like, you know what? I want to make comics, and I want to make the best comics. I want to make better comics than all these other guys who are freaking haters, who are drinking their haterade. So that's what I've set out to do. Ever since I finished Entity, I've been working on Chefs, which I think is gotta be. It's not gotta be. It's gonna be. It's gonna be the best comic I've ever done. I'm having such a good time making this comic. I'm having a silly goose time making this comic. It's the best art I've put through. And here's the thing: it's not going to be everyone's like cup of tea, but it's a fun story, and I'm putting my all into this book. In fact, let me show you guys. I wasn't planning on doing this, but you guys know me. Sometimes I just go. So right here, this is the work that I've done so far on book 1. I've only done 11 pages. It's taking me forever. But this I'm trying to make a really fun comic. It's a cool concept. I think superheroes that have culinary superpowers, and they fight culinary villains. This guy is called Noodle Bandit, and he can have noodles come out of his freaking body. And he's fighting Dairy King, who has he gets his power source from drinking milk, which is ironic, because if I drink milk, I have diarrhea. So that's just my lot in life. So yeah, that's a big thing that that I'm working on right now, and I think it's going to be the best comic that I've put out. It's definitely going to be the most fun comic I've put out. Which brings me, by the way, to this. This is exciting. I'm going to launch right now. If you guys see right here, this right here is the Chef's Appetizer comic. It's a free 12-page comic. And you know what I'm going to do right now? I am going to launch it on the stream right now. You can download it for free. Here we go. I want you guys to be able to read it. Let me know what you think of it. This book is going to set the stage. This book is going to set the stage for Chef's Pasta La Vista. It's 12 pages. And here we go. Let me put it in the chat. Get Chef's number 0 free. There you go. So all you got to do, let me show you how to do it. Stop screen, share screen. All you got to do right here is, here it is. Here's the page. You're going to scroll down. You can just put 0. You can put money if you want. You can put $1, you can put $20, you can put $100. But if you want to get it for free, just put 0. Hit I want this. Put in your email address. Say yes or no. Do you want to join my mailing list? Just put yes. You hit get. And then boom. There you go, right here. There it is. And then after that, it takes you to Dropbox. You go here, and you can hit the download button somewhere. There's a download button somewhere. And let me know what you think of this. This was a test comic. I always enjoy doing like a test comic to see, practice the art style. I'm not used to this art style, so practice the art style, and then also, get a feel for the flow of the pages and how I'm going to do everything. It was really fun to try out different things. The pages that I've done for Volume 1, Pasta La Vista, just destroy the art in this book, but I'm still really happy about the art in this book, and it leaves off with a huge cliffhanger. So let me know, guys, what you think of this huge cliffhanger at the end of Chef's number 0, the appetizer course, breadsticks unlimited. Jeff Weber, how long is the full book going to be? Each book is where is it? So this is book 1. This is book 1 of the first arc or first course, Pasta La Vista, and it's going to be 60 pages long. 60 pages long. So I'm hopefully going to be crowdfunding this in February or March. All right, let's see. Let me get into the chat real quick. Man, I saw the playback of the Terrence stream on your channel way after it happened. Kudos to you for not losing your cool, Tyler, because it was totally unfair. Thanks. I can't, yeah, man, I can tell by looking at your chef's pages that you were having fun with it. Looks cool. Hey, thanks, man. Pickles, looking good, my dude. Hey, Pickles, I've got Vestry. Oh, I've got Vestry right there on my printer. In fact, we're going to be showing off your campaign right here. See? Vestry. Pasta La Vista, thanks. Looks amazing. Hey, thank you. Thanks, guys. Means a lot. And I get all the notification of everyone who's downloading it. So yeah, keep downloading it for free. Are there any previews of comic pages on Gumroad? I'm not very familiar with the site, but I tried to look up one of Dan and his comics on Gumroad. Couldn't find any preview pages to entice me. Yeah, you just have to upload them yourself. So I should probably upload those myself. I gotta upload some preview pages. Star Storyteller, if I can only stay for a second because little boy is awake and crawling. Have a good stream though. Drop a like. Hey, thank you so much. Yes, feel free, guys, to drop a like. Allison McGlone in the house. How you doing, Allison? Grateful that you are here. Yeah, guys, feel free. Once again, I'll put the link out one last time. Not one last time. But get Chef's number 0 free. Okay. So that guys, that's the cool thing. Okay. That, like, going forward in 2021, it is Chef's production. Like, all of these are pages of Chef's that I have to do. And it's kind of funny. It's Chefs is a story that scares me, and the reason why is this. I was talking with so right here, you guys probably know this guy. This is Tim Lim. Him and Mark Pellegrini created an awesome comic book series called Common America, which we'll bring up today. But Tim Lim and I met up in Texas last week, and he took me to an anime shop. We got dinner together. We had a silly goose time. And yeah, it was 3 hours of poop jokes. Like we were eating, and then I like farted like 4 times while we were eating. We had a good time. We had a good time. And we were talking about Common America and Chefs, and how both of us are kind of married to our series for the next 3 to 4 years. And it's kind of scary because I have a beginning and end for these characters. And it's going to take around 12 books. And I'm committed to do those 12 books, but it's scary. It's scary to think to commit yourself that long to a series, especially an indie comic book series. But I love the concept so much of superheroes who get their powers from food. And I'm just really excited. I'm really excited. I did not know what to put in the mailing list, so I just put some random address. Oh, you just had to put yes in it. That's all. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. Thanks everyone, by the way, who's downloading it. I'm getting all the notifications. Okay. Now let's talk about the changes to the channel. This has brought in some contention with creators. I want to talk about poop with Tyler and Tim. Yeah, man. We got to do it one of these days. Chefs is a potential hit. Hey, thanks, man. Yes, snaps. Time to download. Glad the wifey approved the hangout with Tim Lim. Oh yeah, man. You guys have no idea how awesome my wife Ren is. She is freaking awesome. She's the most supportive person in the whole wide world. Seriously, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do here without her. Eternally grateful and in love with that woman. Massive Panda, 12 issues is a lot of responsibility. How many pages will each issue be? And will you be recruiting other creators to help you on production to get issues out quicker? Massive Panda. I should have restated this. We don't have 12 issues. We have 12 volumes. Each volume is 60 pages, 50 to 60 pages. And I'm going to be doing them all myself. All myself. That's what I want. I'm going to be doing them all myself. Now, here's the thing. I could probably do three volumes a year by myself if I didn't have a day job. I could easily do 3 volumes a year if I didn't have a day job. So right now, I'm really hoping that I can just do at least 2. If I can do 2 volumes a year, that'll be dope. That's what we're planning on. Now, how do I get to the point where I can do 3 or 4 of these volumes a year? This is why we're making some changes to the channel. In 2021, I'm going to be doing less live streams, and I'm going to be doing more pre-recorded videos. The reason why is it gives me more time to draw. It gives me more time to spend with my family, but also it gives me more time to start other avenues that could help me replace my income source. So I have a day job. I love my day job. I love everyone I work with, but at the same time, it's just like I'm kind of capped at what I can make, and then it's just so time consuming. And so I plan on next year starting a business myself on the side, and I'm pretty confident if I grind it out for the next 3 to 4 months, I can replace my job and work for myself solo. Fingers crossed. It's going to be a lot of work, but that is something that I'm going to be doing. But because I'm still doing comics and my day job while trying to start this other business that I hope to take off, I've got to make some sacrifices, and doing these live streams for an hour, I have a ton of fun doing them, but at the same time, I just can't do them as often. And so what I'm going to do, as well as, sometimes I would do like 2 or 3 live streams a week, and it'd be so hard. I would enjoy it, and creators, I feel really grateful when creators will come and they're like, hey, can I come on your show? Can I promote my book? I'm really grateful for the platform that I've been able to slowly build. And so I can get, I can showcase you guys other indie books. I mean, right here, I've got books that I only would have bought because I met with people on the streams. I haven't streamed with the guys from Vestry yet, but I got their book right here. I just got it yesterday. I can't wait to read it this week. The Macabre Motel by Frank Martin, my friend Frank Martin. I mean, this is a killer book. If you didn't get this Kickstarter after our show, we did 2 live shows on that book. You're missing out. Right here we got Common America, Volume 2. I mean, I'm really grateful to use this channel to meet creators, check out their books, possibly even buy their books. But it is really time consuming to sometimes do these for 3 to 4 hours each week. It's a lot of work. So because of that, and I always do it one-on-one. So because of that, we're only going to be doing 2 creator live streams a month, and they're going to be panels. So we always deal with the topic, but instead of doing it one-on-one, I'll probably bring on 4 or 5 other creators on that panel, and then we'll discuss the topic together. And it's going to be fun. Like, I have games that we're going to play. It's going to imagine like Jimmy Fallon, where we're going to have there's going to be segments, like talk segments, game segments, and then back to talk segments. Like, we're gonna have a silly goose time with these. I want Draw and Talk to be the funnest, the most fun YouTube show on YouTube, the most fun comic book YouTube show. I don't know about you guys. I hate watching 3 or 4. I hate 4-hour live streams and there's 10 people on there just bitch moaning and complaining about everything. I hate those live streams. They're boring. They suck. That's my opinion. So I want to make really entertaining, like a fun, entertaining hour-long stream 2 times a month with several creators, which brings me to my next point, the creators. Because of stuff that happened in 2020, in this year, I've made it to the point where now Draw and Talk is currently gonna be invite only on the show. I do have a select crew of people where I'm I'll send you a DM and whatnot. Like Larry, I've streamed with Larry hundreds of times. He's one of my good best friends. I'll send him a link out. He'll send me a link out. So I have a crew of people that I want to, stream with, on a regular basis. It's just because it's hard because with internet people, I don't know you. We don't know each other. For all we know, you stab me in the back, which some people have stabbed me in the back after I have them on my show a couple times and they talk crap about me, and then someone's like, hey, so talk crap about you, and I'm like, geez, why would they do that? I just did a couple shows with them. Why would they do that? So I just don't like it. I just don't like it. So we're still going to be doing live streams every week. So there are always going to be 1 or 2 pre-recorded videos a week on the channel, and then there's going to be 1 live stream, 2 live streams a week. One of them is going to be, 2 of them are going to be the creator panel fun ones, and then 2 of them are going to be me drawing chefs, because I got to show you guys what I'm working on. This show's called Draw and Talk. I should probably draw, Nicholas Mueller, there's so much drama in indie comics. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's really petty. Which brings me to the next point. What kind of content am I going to be creating? So what I'm going to be creating is just fun videos that I want to do now. I want to talk about comics. I want to roast comics. I want to have fun with comics. I want to showcase really cool comics. I want to do video comic essays. I want to read a page of Batman and be like, this dialogue was great, and then showcase another page of Batman and go, this page is not great, this is why, and showcase the 2. I want to make more content than just how to make comics. So what about those of us who are wanting me to make comics, to make videos on how to make comics? That's a great question. If you are interested, if you still want to get videos of videos of me talking about how to make comics, the best place to do it is going to be right here on Patreon. So on patreon.com/drawandtalk, I'll put the link out in the description. Patreon. For $1 a month, you'll get 2 or 3 episodes of this podcast called the Broken Creator Podcast. And for $5 a month, you'll get all the behind the scenes stuff that we do on Draw and Talk, all the comics I do, plus you'll get 4 episodes of this show. And this is going to be where I talk about the different stages of making a comics. And it's not going to be like when I do YouTube, I'm like, man, this is how you do a comic and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Well, in this, it's really going to be, the Broken Creator Podcast is really going to be a deep dive on how hard it is to make comics. And we're going to dive into different topics each week. And we're going to showcase how hard it is to make a comic. Bryn says, are there going to be more video essays? Yes, we're going to be doing more video essays. So yeah, for those of you who are saying, I still like your content. I like your content where you talk about how to make comics. Those aren't going to necessarily go away from the channel, but most of them are going to end up on my Patreon. So it's only $1 a month. That's a McDouble. That's cheaper than a McDouble actually, because it's the same price as a McChicken at McDonald's. So sacrifice your McChicken and get, 2 to 3 episodes of my How to Make Comics podcast on Patreon. It's just one McChicken a month. You can sacrifice if you want. You can sacrifice one McChicken. Oh man. All right, let's see. Well, we're just going down the list. The Calvert Collective, man, you can make any type of video at this point. I'll be ready to watch. Hey, thanks. That means a lot. And here's the thing as well, is I've gotten a lot of flack about some of the videos that I have made, lately. And at the end of the day, I want to make the content that I want to make. So, like for example, I got a lot of flack from people saying, I didn't like that you did this video called the roast of Kelly Sue DeConnick, because it can turn making fun of another creator. But we didn't really roast her. If you think about it, we complimented her a lot and then we did some roasting, but I mean, she said what she wanted to say and I said what I wanted to say. Some people got angry at this video, the sexual tension of writing with Tom King and Brian Michael Bendis, because they're like, man, you're just, all you do is attack these creators, and I'm not attacking them. We're showcasing like what's going on in the comic book industry, and how it's just not doing well. Same thing with this one. I got a lot of flack. Tom King's vision was his greatest success and led to his downfall. People are upset, and honestly at this point I just want to make the content that I want to make, because this is stuff that I ultimately believe in. Because here's the thing, guys, I haven't really bought DC or Marvel comics, even Image comics, in the last 2 years. I used to be a regular at my comic book store. I used to be there every week buying comics. And now I'm not. In fact, now I've bought more indie comics in the last year and a half than I have ever. I'm reading a ton of webtoons. Heck, I freaking bought this webtoon comic, their printed edition. I was talking with Nicholas Mueller. I bought this comic and then I asked for a refund. They didn't give it to me, so now I have it. So I'm going to read it and see what it's like, and I'll do a video on if it's possible to convert a webtoon into a physical book. But I just have not been enjoying mainstream comics, and I want to talk about that. You know what I have been enjoying lately? I've been enjoying manga and anime. I just picked up this book, Uzumaki. This is a horror manga. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I started reading My Hero Academia. So good. And it just goes to show like why manga is killing uh killing comics. And it's the writing in manga is so much better, and the characters are so well are created better. And I love comics, and I hate seeing them go to crap. So that's why I'm making the videos I make. It's not because I want to shit on them. It's because they're already shit, and I want them to be better. I want to wipe the shit off and be like, this could have been better, and it's not. I mean, heck, I'm prepared. I am prepared to do the Shonen Jump subscription. It's $1.99 a month, and you get to read 100 chapters a day. That's so many chapters. That's such a good deal. You can't find a deal like that in comics at all. Neostar, hell, if anything, the Chad did more roasting than you did in any of the videos. You even gave Tom King his due on one of his earlier books. They did. Loving Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man. It's insane. See, all of us are reading manga. There's a problem, you know? Vincenzo C, save a chicken and join the podcast. Yeah, save a McChicken and join the podcast for $1 a month. Specs Vision, hey, you can't say shit. Don't worry, Tyler. I'll gladly eat your McChicken podcast. Oh, thanks. Boob Dan Art. I only buy mainstream books to look at the art. I haven't read a mainstream book probably in 4 years. It's a sad state of affairs. Exactly. I mean, that's why if you look at the art that's in Chefs, all my influencers are now going more manga and anime than they are comics at this point. I still have two styles. I have like a Sean Phillips kind of style for like that he does with Criminal, where it's very photo reference heavy and dark noir, crime noir. I still have that style and I really enjoy it. But right now I am loving drawing like this. I'm having such a good time drawing like this. All right. So yeah, if you want to see me guys talk about how to make comics, sacrifice a chicken for $1 a month, and you can get those videos on patreon.com/DrownTalk. Also remember, you guys can get Chef's Culinary Heroes Earth Force #0 digitally for free right here. Putting in the chat. Chef's #0 for free. There you go. Go download that crap for free. The first 12 pages. Because let me know what you think of that cliffhanger. Because there's a huge cliffhanger on the very, 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 very last page that will lead in to Pasta La Vista. Very excited for that. All right, let me get into the questions that you guys have asked. And then we'll move on with the show. All right. All right, how do you print it? All right, let me start off with this first one. Any advice for making solo comics? Yeah, man, I'm doing it. It's hard. It's hard. It's really time consuming, and you, JMO, I just got your question. Let me put that on there. Any advice for making solo comics? Just start making them. Seriously, you don't need special tools. You don't need like iPad Pro, all these crazy pens and whatnot. Get a piece of paper, get a pencil, get a pen, and start making comics. And as you make comics, you'll learn more about how to make comics. It is hard, and I'd say start with a 4-page comic. 4-page comics are hard to make. If you can make a 4-page comic, you can then make an 8-page comic. If you can make an 8-page comic, you can make a 12-page comic. If you can make a 20-page comic, you can make a 60-page comic, and vice versa. I know that I can make a 60-page comic because I drew a 130-page comic. Undead Row was 130 pages. I know I can draw a 60-page book. It is hard. It is time consuming. I mean, this morning, this morning I slept in. Did I draw this morning, babe? Nope. Typically Typically, I will draw in the morning. I will then draw during my lunch break, and then hopefully I can draw at night. That's a lot of drawing. So making comics is hard. It takes a long time. I've set a schedule. I'm already 10 pages behind schedule. It is hard. It is hard making a comic, but you can do it. Start small. Start slow. Start small. Larry's here. I'm here setting up. Larry, I'll send you the link and once we're done with all this. Next question. How long? This is from JMO. How long have you been doing this? Let's see. I've been making. I have. When I was in 4th grade, I made a comic that is. I think it's around 400 to 500. I think it's around 400 pages. From 3rd grade to 7th grade, I made a comic called The Quiet Spy. I still have every issue of that. They're somewhere. I have it all. I did it on printer paper, a pencil, and then the covers were drawn in crayon. They're 300 to 400 pages. And then I stopped doing them. And then in 2015, when I got back from South Africa, I decided I wanted to keep making comics. So I've been doing them since 2015. So I'm currently going into my 6th year of making comics. It's intense. And, if you look at my first year, those comics were gross. And now if you look at what I'm doing right now, they're a lot better. And I'm hoping in the next 5 years, it's just going to be outstanding. Boobdan Art, hit the like button, peeps. Support the draw and talk. Hey, thanks you so much. Yeah, remember, smash that like button, guys. Just smash the subscribe button. Massive Panda, are you ever going to show The Quiet Spy on a video? I've got to see this. Yeah, man, I probably should. I'll probably do a video one of these days on them. I mean, it's crazy because the book is called The Quiet Spy, and he is not quiet. I mean, it was just an excuse for a 4th grader to draw action all the time. I mean, this dude had a gun, a sword. He was indestructible. There were some issues where I read it and I was like, oh snaps, like this is an episode of 24. And I had like different arcs. Like the first arc was 10 issues and it was just called The Quiet Spy. And then the next arc was 5 issues and it was called The Quiet Spy Revolution. And then the next arc was Quiet Spy Purity. And then the final one was Quiet Spy Finale. So it was interesting. It was interesting. It was fun to make though. I've always wanted to like get them scanned in and then just like have like an omnibus just for myself. Maybe you could reboot it. No way. Like it's so bad. Like the pacing's bad. Like it's a fun comic, but it's bad, but it's fun to look at. Jeff Weber, I'm slow. I do a page a week, but Jeff, also I think you have like 4 kids. Like the moment my wife and I had a kid, like in my production, I remember making streams like, I don't care if you're dad, like you can make comics, you can grind, just get up earlier. Now that I have a kid, I'm like, I'm so sorry to every dad that I said if they worked harder, they could do it because I'm tired constantly. Oh man. Brandon says, or maybe redo it. Yeah, maybe I'll do like a video where I redo a page. I go, okay, here's this page. I'm going to redo it and make it better. That'd be a cool video. All right. Calvary Collective, definitely agree on doing the shorts. Pancakes from Magnolia is amazing, and it's just 2 pages. Exactly. Nicholas Mueller, being tired is a way of life now. Oh yeah, Nicholas has like 1 million kids. I think you only have 4 or 6, but I think you have 6. Do you have 4 or 6? I think you have. Oh, we'll just say 5. You got 5 kids. All right. Let's see. Dan, are you still in the chat? Are you still here, Dan? We're about to answer your question. I hope you're still here. Daniel Burns, are you still here? If you're here, we'll answer your question right now. Your question is, how do I print a 24-page book cost effective? So it really depends. When you print a book, you're gonna get the cheap. You're the la, 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 when you you'll get a better price the more copies that you print. So if you print one copy, when you print one book, it could be like $3. If you print 25, if you print 25 of those book copies, it might be like $2. It might be like $2.99. And if you do like 50, it might be like $2.75, and it just keeps getting lower and lower the more you print. There's one printer like I've talked with so many different creators. I mean, the books that my company prints, I mean, we're printing these books for $1 at the company I work with. We're printing these books for $1 and selling them for $16. That's a great it's a great margin. So it really just depends. Right now with the amount of, like, with chefs, what I'm really wanting is I'm wanting to get like 300 to 400 backers. I think that'd be dope. I've never done it before, so I don't know if it's possible, but I think it'd be really cool if I got 300 to 400 backers. It'd be nice. So that's really that's the thing. Okay, let me bring on Larry real quick, and then after that we'll go through some of these campaigns. Now Larry, guys, for those of you who didn't know, got his channel striked by someone who eats bitch sandwiches. All right, there you go, Larry. So yeah, Dan, the best way to do it, to print the comic, is to find a printer. There's a ton of places you can get. There is a ton of places that you can get. What's it called? Your comic book printed. There's Kablam, Comics Wellspring, Mixum, API. There's a lot of different places. You just have to go find each one. Like Comics Wellspring, you have to order a minimum of 25. Kablam, you can do a minimum order of 1. Mixum, I think you can also do a minimum order of 1. It just depends. You just have to shop around. Larry, how you doing, man?
Good. I have to shop around for like a new YouTube home, you know.
Have you thought about making a backup?
Well, I mean, I got a couple older channels that I never use, but no one's gonna find them. You know, no one's gonna find me there. So no. I kind of find it funny that you got this down as a 2021 State of the Union, right? So I did my little State of the Union video earlier today, where basically I just said, well, YouTube is going to now be for short pre-recorded videos. All my game stuff will be on Twitch. And maybe I might sporadically appear on Facebook from time to time, but my creator interviews are essentially over until I get my YouTube back.
Which is I liked your post. It's really selfish what he did, because he didn't just hurt you; he hurt a community.
Well, now I'm in the same boat as Nasser. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Did you see Nasser did a YouTube premiere video today, and it had like 100 people watching.
Yeah, and guess who gave him the idea for that?
Yours truly.
No, me.
What? No way.
Yeah. I had him on my live stream like last week, and I said, dude, because he was, we were talking obviously about the situation, and I'm like, you can make a video and then have it essentially go live with a premiere. I said, you won't be there talking with people, but you can be in the chat interacting while they're watching your video. He's like, oh, cool.
I think I chatted that during your stream. I probably did it at the same time.
Yeah, you just try to take credit for my thunder, brother.
Thunder? Yeah, but so for those of you who didn't know, someone who was on Larry's channel, who'd been on Larry's channel a bunch, did like a 2-hour rant video calling out Larry, and then Larry did a video of him like commentating on that guy's video about him, and then that dude who eats bitch sandwiches copyright striked it, which is kind of crazy to me because there's nothing copyrighted about that video.
Well,
it could be fair use.
Well, I mean, the fair use is going to be a hard argument. Like after, and Nasser could probably attest to this because I see him in the chat. He when you get a copyright strike, YouTube makes you watch a video called Copyright School. Okay, and they do talk a little bit about the fair use in there and how every state has different laws for fair use, and every country has different laws for fair use. And essentially, you can challenge fair use, but you have to get an attorney and go challenge it through YouTube. They're not just going to be like, "Oh yeah, that's fair use," and we're going to knock it off the grid. Nope, that's not how they work.
Yeah, it's not fun. That's
Nope.
stupid.
So I mean, and I did use his video. I played the entire thing. I used his content to be my content, so I'm guilty. But he struck first, so I then went ahead and said, "Okay, well, if you want to pull that sort of move, you want to take it to the next level, I'll go ahead and report your video for defamation of character, because that is something you can do." Where he has said my name several times in his video in a very unflattering and untruthful light.
Yeah, Nasser's in the chat as well. I mean, I think Nasser, didn't you, like, Nasser's in his premiere video today also basically watched an entire someone else's YouTube stream. Yeah. I guess, like,
and he could get struck for that again. And guess what happens when you get 3 strikes?
Dude, you're out.
You're out, brother. Yeah.
So, like, it was funny because, I did that video about, Shane Davis, who I still think is an awesome creator, and I still watch the show every night. But then that dude, Deadwood Dale, got really pissed off at me. And so he made a video about me, and then what I decided to do is kind of like not.
Oh, that's the guy I called Griffwood Dale. That's right.
Yeah, I've decided to just not deal with these people. What do you Are you still gonna in 2021? Do you think you're still once you get your channel back? Do you think you'll start doing these kind of videos again, or?
You mean response videos when someone attacks me? Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm Rebel Gaming for a reason. We don't play by the rules. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Well, but I don't want you to get a copyright strike, a third one.
Well, I mean, I have to get a second one first, so let's worry about that. This isn't the first time I've had a copyright strike. This isn't the first time I've had to sit in the penalty box for 90 days. It happened to me last year where Jimi Hendrix got me 90,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, just for playing a song, I got copyright striked, right? So
that's intense. Yeah,
it's not like I can't go live. I can. It's just on Twitch and on Facebook. But the majority of my audience is on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I mean, gaming wise, yeah, no one cares. I'll do that on Twitch. But comic book interviews, it was the YouTube that would draw people in. You might have 2 or 3 watchers on Facebook, but there's no sense in me, say, bringing you on for chefs, right? And interviewing you for 2.5 hours and going over your Kickstarter for only 2 people to see it on Facebook. It's just not worth it for you, and it's not worth it for me. So, I mean, I'm basically out of that game until March 1st. That's when I get the channel back.
Jeez.
That's a long time. And by then, we'll all have campaigns running, and we'll all have lots to talk about anyway,
I wonder if I wonder though if because and you and I both know this, YouTube loves those pre-recorded videos.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be a good thing.
Well, like I said, in my longer live stream I did on Facebook, I said that lately it seems like when bad things happen to me, they often turn out to be these weird blessings in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
And so, my video card frying, well, that actually forced me to go out and get a new video card, which is this huge upgrade, and everything works so much better. It was about time. With this, yeah, I'm going to do the shorter videos. They're going to be news videos, commentary. I'm going to pick out some articles of the week, and whether it be in gaming or comics or pop culture, and give them the once over and give them my thoughts. And I might do a couple of top 10 videos, here's the top 10 J. Scott Campbell covers in my collection, or top 10 fucking Funkos I got, or something. You know what I mean? I'll mix it up with some shit like that, and we'll just see what we can build in 3 months. See if we can get a few more subscribers. So you're right. People want to come for short doses of news or information and then move on to the next thing. Not everyone is going to sit through a 3.5-hour live stream about an indie comic they never heard of, right? So if you want more subscribers on YouTube, you got to give them something that they want, that they can digest in quick amounts, and then move on. Now, we do have people, obviously, in this chat, you have 25 watching right now. They do want to sit down and watch a nice long live stream about comics. But those are our friends, our fans, and our family, right? The triple F, But if we want to get people outside of that circle, we got to do things that are a little bit more appealing to mainstream audiences, and then hopefully suck them into our world.
Yeah, exactly. I like how you say it like that because yeah, it's true. It's super true. I mean, if I look at my if you go onto my YouTube channel, it like these are my top videos. How to write a comic book is 55,000. The part 2 has 20,000. Print comics at home. That's where I talk about George Alexopoulos's comic. Artist said my sketchbook sucked. These 4 video. Oh, and what kind of paper to make comics? These 5 videos are where most of my subscribers come from.
Right.
And so they're not talking about indie comics. They're just talking about general topics that people are searching up.
But look how pretty your channel looks. I mean, look at your banner. You got like new videos every week. You got your goofy face like plastered on all the thumbnails, you know.
Dude, I spend like an hour on all my thumbnails.
I spend like 30 seconds. I open up Photoshop. I download a wallpaper on the subject I'm talking about. I stick like a Rebel Gaming logo in there. I might put a little bit of text and call it a day, brother.
Like this thumbnail that I have for today, that took like 15 minutes. Like the live show one typically take like 5 minutes, but like this one took like 30 minutes. This Tom King one took like 30 minutes. Yeah, I take a long time on them. But I agree, and it's funny, everyone, because Larry knows like all my plans for 2021.
I know everything.
He knows everything, and we show each other all. Like I've seen so much of Niobe Birthright #2, and he has seen, Larry was the first person I sent Chef's #0 to. We know what's going on in each other's worlds.
I know what Tyler had for breakfast.
Nothing. I had McDonald's, which I hate myself for. But yeah, like I mean, next year I'm starting another YouTube channel. Well, I'm not starting. I already have it, and I'm just gonna do a video once a week on there, and hopefully those people will come over to Draw and Talk. But you really have to do things that are gonna bring in the other people to get as many eyes to your book as I'm gonna
start a new channel. It's just gonna be like once a week video too, where you just watch me cry. Like the end of the week video. Here's the breakdown of LP. Tune in next week to see more.
This week was so hard.
Right?
My job, and just like go through like everyday stuff, and people are like, yeah, I wait. I know they're like, I relate.
But going back to the strike for a second, this seems to be a common tactic of warfare right about now. You know what I mean? I would suggest, as YouTube creators out there, you guys be very careful of this sort of thing, because people are doing it just to be vindictive now. Not even like it's a serious strike. It's just, I don't like you, so I'm going to strike your channel, whether there is validity to the strike or not. Just them doing a strike is enough to take you down, and then you have to fight to come back. It is such a pain.
Yeah, it's and that's why, Larry, a big thing is like changing up the content for 2021 and really limiting the circle of people that I like surround myself with. Just because in 2020, like a lot of ish happened like in like the last half of the year. Like a lot of like crazy people were on your channel and now they're not. Mm-hmm. I had like a ton of drama on my channel, now it's all gone, and it just goes, I'm just like, gosh, like I don't know who I trust. I'm just gonna keep with the creators that I know have got my back, and that's what I'm gonna do, and that's mostly to be safe, but also, guys, I just want to make comics. I just want to make comics and have a silly goose time, and all of this drama, it's so bitch made.
Well, and it is a good thing, in the sense that I'm banned for 90 days. Because it's going to give me a little bit of a break, Tyler. Whether I always, kept telling you, yeah, I'm going to do shorter videos and I'm going to take a break, and I never fucking do. Now my hand has been forced.
You have to.
Yeah, I kind of got no choice. I can go on Facebook and do the same shenanigans, but why stream to one or two people? I'm going to just take this time to finish the book. I'm going to take this time to make some cool videos on my YouTube, because by the time I come back March 1st, I want to be close to 1,000 subs, man.
Mm-hmm.
right? That's going to be the 3 month goal. Now, how many subscribers can I get to my tiny little YouTube channel so that when I do come back, we come back, we do a huge super show. I invite all the boys on. You know, we do a nice big live stream. We're all going to have campaigns going. You're going to have chefs going. Scott Wilson's going to have the flock. You know, I'm sure Mary Machine Gun is going to be out there with a new book. Nicholas Mueller will probably be out there with a next edition of his book. Like there'll be plenty of things going on in that new year. That taking a break through December and January probably isn't a big deal anyway. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, and I think it's a good thing because you and I we talk so often like, oh, we talk like different strategy, and then like most of the time you and I talk strategy, and then like I never do it, and then like you've said like I need to do more pre-recorded, and then you never do it. So now that like it's a new year and like your hand is being forced, I think this is gonna be good stuff for both of us.
But speaking of good stuff, we got some good chats here going on. We had My Pickles in the chat. I think he took off, but hello to My Pickles. We have Gringe Gingertron says, "Hey Nasser, I watched your video earlier. Good stuff." Yeah, Nasser, you know, he hasn't let this get himself down too. You know what I mean? Like, you know, yes, it hurts when you can't provide a platform for your own product, but he's still making videos. They're still getting, you know, 200 or 300 views a piece. It's not too shabby. We have Massive Panda says, "If you ain't got haters, you're doing something wrong." That's right, brother. Nicholas Mueller, I hear there are some great campaigns hidden in February and March. Yeah, that's the word on the street, brother. LP is YouTube. That's Ichthus5. February's gonna be a big month for the flock. That's right, man. Dude, you like the chat is popping. Mr. Dan the Man Overa is here. He wants me to start a new channel, a new start. No, I'm gonna, you know, I've worked too hard to give it up. He says, Nicholas Sally, though times bring out the worst on some people. The Cavalry Collective cannot wait to see what Nicholas Mueller has in store for us next. Yeah, man. Well, I can tell you this: we're working on a couple of covers. Dun, dun,
And then
dun.
and Calvin Collective, man, he's jumping in the ring next year with Bump Back. He's
Yeah,
got
man.
a comic. It's gonna
Wow.
be awesome. And you know, Justin's got his first live stream interview this Friday. Yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. How much time do you have, Larry?
Oh, I'm here till whenever. I'm at work. It's fucking good. I mean, if someone needs me, I might have to jolt, but
All
right.
right. Well,
Well,
I've got
I'm
to.
curious. I'm curious though. Before you get into the next segment, have you covered your State of the Union yet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We talked. We talked a crap ton already.
Well, then I'll have to go back and get the cliff notes later.
You're good. Well, we just talked about, you know, the channel content. We launched Chefs number 0, which, by the way, thanks for everyone. Thanks for everyone who downloaded the comic so far, guys. It's a free comic. Go if you are here, go download the comic for free. This is the first 12 pages of Chef's Culinary Heroes Earth Force. And no, it's not. It's not the first 12 pages. It's a full 12-page comic that'll lead to the 60-page book 1, Pasta La Vista. And I really grateful, by the way, for everyone who's downloaded it. You guys could have downloaded it for free, but a lot of you guys bought it, so really appreciate that.
Isn't it funny how that happens, man? You know, the generosity of people, man. There is no reason not to go and download this. I mean, this is going to be a book you're going to see being promoted heavily in the future, not only here, but my channel when it comes back. This is Tyler's breakout book, man. This is, you know, he's got a different style. He's got that sort of bright, cartoony vibe that you would see in Common America, which I really like. Tyler's getting some good good advice for some good people, and it's the sky's the limit for this project.
Oh,
This
thanks,
this
man.
is your 10K project. You are going to be cute. Hell, you might even make it to sexy, brother.
I hope. You know, if I can make it to cute, I will be very happy. But heck, if I'm sexy, that'd be awesome. And also, guys, you can go to gumroad.com/JohnTalk, and all these are digital comics, and all of them are pay what you want. So it's $0. Feel free. Now, these ones you do have for volumes. I think for these 3 you do have to pay, but for the rest, they are all free.
Now they're going to pay.
Now they gotta.
I,
But yeah,
I'm going to send you something. I'm going to send you something.
Yeah, dude.
You can give your viewers a sneak peek.
Oh shoot! Hold on.
Yeah, brother. And of course, Dan the Man Overa is in here. He colored this.
This looks
Uh,
great.
Bam! A splash page in the book. We're working hard. We're getting skit done. Um, I'm not trying to plug something because we've already plugged it. We've already sold it, right? But I'm just showing you the peeps, our updates, and some of the cool things that are coming, man. So again, Niobe and Ariel, not exactly the best of friends right now.
I don't think they are. I think they're pretty pissed off at each other. I love this art. I love the inks. I love the scans because you send me the pencils and the inks, and I just think oh crap, there's my Facebook. I love how good the scans are that you have for the book. It's really clean.
Yeah, and I like showing people that we're actually working on it. You know what I mean? So whether it's on my YouTube channel and I drop a page, or it's on someone else's show and I give their audience a sneak peek, or whether I just like get a page and I cut out like half a panel, you know what I mean, and put it up. People can say, okay, because every now and then you might get that question, Tyler, where is my book? And everyone knows it's not till February, but I mean, people still like to know that you're still working on it, and that you haven't gone out and like spent and blown all the money or anything. Like, speaking of which, I still got to pay Dan Olvera for that page when we're done the broadcast.
What you said though, is like with the "Where's my book." That's another reason why I've kind of I'm weary of just doing like an invite only on my channel. Because sometimes there have been some comics where I know people have backed the book, and then there are some people who don't have their books yet. And they'll ask me, hey, what about this creator? Like, you had them on the show. And it's kind of, I was talking with Tim Lim about this, because they don't have guests on their show. And it's basically like, it's like when you bring someone on your show, it's kind of like you endorsing that project.
That's exactly what you're doing. You're kind of putting your name on it, saying, hey, I believe in this guy enough to have him on my show. Now, whether you were actually responsible for him or not is, you're not, right? But, yeah, because you've endorsed him, you've given him that platform, people are going to message you because they might think that you have an in with the creator, or you have some inside knowledge, or, you might know the real scoop of what's going on. But the truth is that you're not responsible for what anyone else does but yourself.
Exactly. But it's always hard. Like, hey, where you brought this person on? Yeah, I'm also still waiting for my copy. Yeah, so I want to surround myself with people who I know they put out books. Like Larry, you always deliver. I want to surround myself with people who are always delivering books, because it's weird that there's a trend of like, oh yeah, you don't have to deliver the book. You have to deliver the book. That's a thing.
If someone wants to raise 20, 30, 40, 50 grand, and then, run, I've seen it. They can do that, but you're never coming back. You know what I mean? And then it hurts the rest of us, because when you back a book and say like you back Courteous's book and you never got it, you're never going to see that money again. You're like, oh man, I just got taken a ride for my $50. This crowdfunding thing is bullshit.
Exactly. I mean, heck, pretty sure that with November 2020 being over, Red Rooster might have passed the 3-year mark. Laugh my ass off. Red Rooster was the very first book I'd ever bought crowdfunded.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily I had other good experiences with, well, what's funny is Red Rooster was my first book that I got crowdfunded, and then Hero by Dan Lucas and Macho Dan and Muttman. And then what happened was their book didn't fund, and I was like, oh crap, this thing sucks. And then I got Hero again, and theirs was like 2 years late. Theirs was like a year and a half late, and I backed other books and I got them. But it can be a daunting experience. And like Dan Olvera says, word goes around fast of people that deliver and people that don't deliver.
It's true.
Yeah, exactly. Which let's go. I want to, if you have time. Mm-hmm. There are a couple campaigns of people that I told them, like, I got a lot of requests, Tyler, like, can you come on your show? Can I promote my book? And I'm like, mm-hmm. I'm not doing any more live streams this year. I've got a lot on my plate. Like Larry, my wife and I put an offer on a house today.
Damn, son.
And we're waiting to see if we get it from our realtor.
Moving to Canada or what?
I wish. No, we're still in Utah. But I mean, if we can get that house, I mean, I get a room to do this stuff,
Oh, fuck, brother, I'd be all about that,
not
man.
not a closet
We
that
we
I'm
got
in.
Windy Gale in the chat, by the way. Just a quick shout out to Windy because Chuck did his very first show tonight, man.
Oh yeah, he started his because he has Chuck's Raw Reviews, but now he's doing like a weekly live
Yeah,
stream. I think
Chuck Live Talk or Chuck Tales or something like that.
that's
Uh,
awesome.
I would call it Chuck Tales, like a play on Duck Tales.
I would too.
But they had Steph Wilson on, of course, as their inaugural first guest, and they had a great show. And so it's good to see Wendy hanging out here in the chat.
I love Wendy. She's so cool. Same with Chuck.
So
I love those two.
listen, you want to look at some campaigns, do you?
Yeah, man. Now these aren't endorsements. Everyone. Some of them will be. Some of them won't be. Yeah, because some people are like, "Hey, Tyler, can I promote my book?" And I'm like, I'm not doing any more live streams, but let's just end the year out with some books I think that look cool.
All right.
Some of these are from people who asked me to do this. Some of them I just did it on. I grabbed them for myself. So the first one has to be, because there's only 6 hours left, Common America Volume 2.
All right. Well, I mean, this one's easy. You want this book. You got 6 hours left. If you don't get this book, you're doing life wrong. If you like the Street Fighter cute but sexy vibe, you like good quality all the way through, bright colors, stellar art, good storytelling, from a book that you're going to see a lot of in the future. I have issue number 1. I was able to go to my local comic shop and buy it last week. And then Tim Lim sent me the digital for issue 2, which is what he's crowdfunding right now. I haven't had a chance to go look at it yet. But, these guys that are over on the Antarctic Press side of things, the Mark Pellegrinis, the Tim Lims, the Trent Luthers, the Brian Balls, the Matt Weldons, the Bill Williams, the guys that do Patriotica and shit. They got this down.
Oh,
and
yeah.
these are the sort of books too, by the way, guys, that you're going to see be heavily traded on the secondary market within a year or two. Especially if you get these things slabbed and graded. I can tell you, I've been selling Niobe Paul Green covers for $125 US a pop.
Right here, guys, is Volume 1 reprint.
Full screen yourself.
Oh, yeah. Flip.
They can't see that.
Volume 1. Holographic cover. Volume 2.
That's it right there, man.
And then they're doing Common America 3 this year, but they're also doing their crossover with Black Ops, which, look at this. Look how thick that is. This is Black Ops Volume 1 Omnibus. When I had dinner with Tim Lim last week, we just talked about their plans. They got a lot of awesome plans. Oh yeah, right here, Massive Panda. Do you know if Mark and Tim are going to do a 3rd volume of Common America? They have planned right now 12 volumes.
Yeah, and it can go even past that. Tim's like, I got plans to hand this down if I ever die.
Exactly. Zumi says, how do they make it so thick? Black Ops is this is 3 books. The reason why this is so thick is this is 360 page. This is actually 460 page, 4 books. So, this is 2 years worth of work right here.
And you said there's only 6 hours left?
There's only 6 hours left.
So we need someone, I'm not ready, some other moderator to...
I'll post the link.
Yeah, post the link in the chat. Get on this, guys. Seriously, take a good look at this. I know that it's COVID. I know it's the holidays. But this book is already done. You know what I mean? There's not going to be any waiting around. This isn't going to be a question whether you're going to get it or not. This here, did $66,000 on Kickstarter, and now it's doing extremely well on Indiegogo. I think I saw 40 grand there. You know what I mean?
So wow, 100 grand.
100 grand between the two campaigns.
That's pretty sexy.
You watch, man. Common America 3 is going to do 100 grand on Kickstarter alone next round.
And here's the thing. Look at the price point for this 60-page book. $10.
Yeah.
$10 plus $6 in shipping.
Look. If he was shipping to the U.S. or Canada, I'd be getting physical copies.
For both volumes, $20, and I think it's like $6 or $7 in shipping.
It was great fun to interview Tim Lim, and he kind of teased that Niobe could appear in one of his books. So I'm all about that, guys. So if you're a Niobe fan, you never know when she might appear in in one of his books. Maybe this one, maybe another one. I don't know. It was just kind of an idea for fun throwing around, but I'm really interested to pimp Niobe out like a whore. What do you think, Tyler? Should I just pimp her out to everybody?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna pimp her out to Tim and Mark, they're the people you wanna pimp out to. Tim actually, while we were at dinner, because he does all these like Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Like right here's an Easter egg. It's Skinny Matt.
Where?
It says it on there. It
I
says
can't
Skinny
see.
Matt. You have to like twist your head. But in Common America 3, he showed me my Easter egg in there.
Oh, you got an Easter egg
I
in
got
there,
an Easter egg. It's
brother.
yeah. I'm on like a billboard or something.
That's fucking epic, bro.
So they like this is a great book. Massive Pana says, when you talk to Mark and Tim, did they say anything about re-releasing the original covers on their future campaigns? I really love the original cover, Volume 1. I may have to reach out to them. They're actually sold out. Massive. Like that's the thing about these books,
Now,
which is
can't
what
they get
Larry
#1 on here?
they can, but it has the reprint cover. It doesn't have
Oh,
the
okay.
original Common America cover.
I got, and you see, and that's why I said that you're going to see these things on the secondary market. So if you're hunting for that secondary, or sorry, that first print cover, you're probably going to have to go to eBay now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or your comic book shop because you can get it from Antarctic Press. You can get it at
But
your
it's
local comic
missing
book
eight
shop.
pages. If you get the
Yeah,
store bought one, it's a little slightly shorter.
and it's saddle stitched.
Yeah, it's not the perfect bound that you just saw there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I was talking with Tim, and he was like, "Yeah, like once we sell out, it's done,
Hmm.
and AP will take care of the rest." Um, yeah. So guys, this is I like what Claire said. This is a no brainer. It's got 6 hours left. 3,000 people have bought this book.
Man, what are you when you're 3,000? Because you're beyond cute, you're beyond sexy.
Porn star,
Yeah, you're fucking porn star level. That's it.
like that,
You're like
that's
Sasha Grey of
incredible.
kickstarting.
Yeah, like that's incredible, and it's funny because these two guys, they do it as a hobby. Like they do it
Strange,
just
eh?
for fun.
This would be my business if I was getting these kinds of numbers. I don't necessarily think I would leave my job because my job's pretty easy and I only do it 3 days a week. But seriously, this would be if I was getting these kinds of numbers. This would be more than just a hobby at that point. You know.
Yeah. So it just goes to show how awesome these creators are. So go check that out. Okay, next one is
Next,
my boy Matt Krotz. This is Kyrie Tales issue #1. Now I bring this up because, actually let me look it up because Kyrie, I think it's still on Indiegogo. Matt, if you were watching, I saw you in the chat earlier. This is such how it looks like it's still in demand. This is such a good adventure book, and I have both volumes um, on, in my bookshelf, and I'm currently reading book 1. $35 gets you both books, and this is like the art in them. It's an adventure series. I really enjoyed. I'm really enjoying what I'm reading so far. It's like not manga size, but it's a little bigger. The
hmm
quality is fantastic.
yeah, this one I know nothing about. I'm just seeing this for the very first time, brother.
Matt Krotz is a really good creator, and he just like he just works hard. That's it.
Hmm.
Like he has a YouTube channel. He goes on there every now and then, but he's just a really good artist. He posts on his Twitter. He posts like really cool, like interesting, like facts that are like about like this time and whatnot, this time period. Really awesome book. Let me put that in the chat.
The time is now.
All right,
Dillard
guys.
Draws is here. He says, "I like the look of this Larry thing." No, you mean Curie thing, sir.
Kyrie, yeah. Dillard's book is right here on my tabs list.
Yeah, is that part of one of the ones we're gonna look at?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Now, if you don't have like fucking Mary Machine Gun there, I nominate that one.
I'll put it up there. This is Unstitched, part 1 of 2. This is by Justin Dutton. Have you talked with Justin before? You have.
Once.
Once. Awesome guy. I backed it at the physical book. And this is the art. Now this was during the time where I started getting into chefs and I wanted to do like a kid-friendly book. Well, like a kid-friendly book that also an adult could get into. And Justin, when I met Justin, he was doing something similar, and this is his book, and it's called Unstitched. He got Jason Brubaker to do a cover. And if you're in the indie scene, you know who Jason Brubaker is. He did Sithra, Remind. He was been a webtoon featured creator. He did like the opening cinematic to like Kung Fu Panda 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is a great book. Love Justin. Justin has really cool projects coming up in the future next year. Zumi, is Common America like originally a webcomic or did it go straight to print? It's a straight to print book.
Yeah, that's my knowledge of it.
All right, this is my boy Brad Ashworth, Handyman. So he has a website. You can't get the Indiegogo anymore. So what you can do is you can read it, and he's updating the pages. And once all the pages are done, he's then going to send them out to the physical book to the backers.
Yeah, so Handyman is an interesting one because I haven't backed too many Indiegogos. I have backed 4 in my entire tenure here. But Handyman is one of them. I backed it because, again, Brad Ashworth was doing a lot of videos with us at the time. He was in a lot of the off-air hangouts. I like his art. The problem that happened with Brad is that he became a little late, and then he had gone through some personal family issues that really set him behind. But it's good to see that Brad is back at it, kicking ass and getting things done.
Yeah, exactly. And my name's on here.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did the script. So that's my only part in this book is I did the script.
Well, you're the fucking writer. That's why I backed it. Now I remember.
Well, so Brad called me one day and was like, "Hey, I have this idea." And so I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." I spent 2 or 3 weeks on the script, and then I sent it out to him. And so this is a way for him to just stay accountable to people. People like, where are these pages?
Well, that's kind of why I mentioned earlier why I like to drop like little works in progress on my Facebook or YouTube just to show people that we're still active. We're still doing things. So it's good to see that Brad is doing that.
And these are all done traditionally. Like every page is done traditionally with pen and marker.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
So hopefully one day he can sell those pages. Diller draws, Tyler, where's my damn Handyman book? Yeah, you're going to have to hit up Brad for that. He's in charge of that. All right, the next one is from Adam Lawson, The Kill Journal. Have you seen this?
No, this is new to me.
Okay, so it's a super violent comic book. But he does, he's worked with, celebrities. He's a TV screenwriter. He does board games on Kickstarter. His book it's leather bound.
Interesting.
So for $40, you can get the leather-bound book. We had Adam on the stream, and we were talking about writing, and he has a huge credit into making Chefs into what it is now because I wrote Chefs, and I was sitting looking at the script for 2 weeks, thinking, "Gosh, this is so dull. Like, there's nothing really happening." Adam comes on the stream. We talk shop after the show. We talk shop, and it was just like, oh my gosh, you just gave me all these good ideas. You helped make my writing better. So I really appreciate Adam. I was actually supposed to have him on. I just don't think I can do any more streams this year. So I wanted to make sure I have this on there. This is a quality book. It's I'm gonna be back. I know I'm gonna be backing this before it ends. It ends in 4 days. It's gonna go to in demand. I don't know if I'm gonna do the digital or the leather bound. I'm still trying to figure that out. But
I
regardless,
want to thank you for just giving me a brilliant idea. By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what I'll do is because I like this sort of shorter promotion vid that you're kind of doing right now, right? Like you have the tabs ready, you just kind of go over it for 5 minutes and on to the next one. I could probably do a series like this promoting some Kickstarters where I don't necessarily have to go live, and I could just bring up the ones I think look good and talk about them for 5 minutes, and then poof, there's a video. You know what I mean?
Dude, what I did in some videos this year is I would do my normal video, like just talk about whatever I want to talk about, and at the end I would go, also guys, go check out the Kill Journal, and then for like the last minute of the video I would just go through the campaign, and then I'd end the
I think I might do like a weekly video where it's like Rebels fucking crowdfunding picks of the week, you know?
That's a good idea. But that means you're definitely endorsing them.
Well, I mean, there's books I think look good. Doesn't necessarily mean that it goes anything beyond it. And then of course I would have to put that disclaimer now that you say that at the front of every video.
Yeah.
What do we got
Massive.
next? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. Tyler, you've always been pretty solid when it comes to shipping your books in a timely fashion after your campaigns. I appreciate that because I'm still waiting on a lot of creators to deliver. Now, I do have sins, Larry. I do have sins.
You're a sinful
Yeah,
bastard.
if there was a problem with your kit with like if you didn't put like your address in at like when I first started fulfilling, I typically after a couple weeks forget. This week I'm finalizing all the rest of the entity Kickstarters of people who didn't fill out the survey correctly or
How
at
many of
all.
those did you have?
I had like I think I have a list. I have like 15 or 20 and then I just forget because I'm
Yeah.
moving on to the next thing, but also this is the bad one and my wife kicks me in the butt every time I talk about this and I apologize to those people who happened to this, but when I did Demons Volume 3, I took on 3 commissions and I drew them. They're up there, but when COVID hit, I didn't send them out. I still freaking have them.
They gotta
So
go out, brother.
so they're going out either this week or next, and I'm giving them a free copy of Entity, and some other stuff as like a way of freaking apologizing.
Well,
Um,
I have the same problem though with people. That's on them if they're not filling out their survey. By the way, I can only chase after people so much. I have 23 people in the Niobe Birthright 2 that still haven't filled out their survey.
at what point do you? Because like Tim Lemon, like and them, they like say like after like this amount of time, we're not fulfilling it for you.
Well, I mean, I have updated my Kickstarter a couple of times. So you guys got to fill out your surveys. I've done YouTube videos. I sent private messages to everyone's email that didn't fill out, like the email that I have for them, right? I mean, beyond that, I've done my part for Kingdom Come to get a hold of these people to try and get them to fill out the survey. If I still can't track them down, then they're
It's
gonna have to
over.
come to me. Yeah.
It's over. All right, guys, let's go to the next one. This is for Nasser. This is Acel,
Mm-hmm.
a black and white comic. Now Nasser is going through a situation like Larry, where he also cannot live stream for I think 90 days.
Correct.
So Acel is a black and white comic. You can get the physical for $10. Now, this is I'm not the one thing that I will say because I like the art is done by Vic King. Though this is very fun art. The only thing I wish Nasser would have done is made the digital like $8.
I asked him about that, on my channel. Why is the digital the same price as the printed book? And yeah, I don't know if I really, he got a clear answer. Basically, he said, "Why not?" Essentially that to make it any cheaper was basically wasting their time. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, it was something like that. You have to go back to my interview and see it. But basically, I said most people would put their digitals at $4 or $5, and then the hard copy at 10. He's like, yeah, but people are still going to buy it for 10. They're going to buy it. They're going to buy it. Um, so yeah, it is $10 for a digital or $10 for a physical. The only difference is if you're paying the $10 for the physical, there will be a shipping cost associated with that. But I think the shipping cost is like $4.
That's not bad.
So
It's either 14 or 10.
I mean, obviously the smart move here is to get the physical book, right? If that's the case, I'm with you. I would have dropped that to probably about $5 or $6, and then do the hard copy. My thing is I wish this was in color because I think a good colorist could take Vic King's art and blow it up to something that would really be outstanding. And not that he's not a great artist, he is, but I've learned now the power of color and what it can do.
Color really pushes it to the next level, but Nasser doesn't believe in
No,
color.
he feels that he can tell the same story without it, and you can. I just think when it comes to the comic book medium, that if this was colored, he would have double the backers. That's just my personal opinion on it.
Now, I have this book, Uzumaki. Look at this bad boy. Look how thick this is.
Yeah, that's a fucking tome, man.
And it's all black and white.
Yeah, I mean, there is a market for black and white comics. Look, Walking Dead, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo, Ninja High School back in the day was all black and white. But I think that book there that we shown doesn't even have any sort of like gray tones or you know what I mean. It is strictly black and white.
So had it had the gray tones,
it might have looked it might look a little better. I think though, man, like if I was to give that page right to that cover with Dracula and the girl, let's say I handed that over to Dan O'Vera, and Dan O'Vera knocked that out of the park, and I showed it to Nasser. I think that would change his mind.
I think someone I saw on Twitter was like, Nasser, please let me color the cover of your comic.
Mm.
Because like the cover won't change the printing cost. Yeah, but guys, go check out Nasser's book, Acel, a horror comic. It's got 20 days left.
And he
Um,
can't stream it, so you guys got to come to him, man. You know what I mean? Like he's in the same boat as I am. He cannot promote his book the way that he's used to doing it. And the cool thing about this book too, by the way, is that these guys just did it for shits and giggles. Like, King did not get a page rate for this book. He just wanted to draw a book and draw it for free. Now, if this book does well and they meet a certain threshold, then Vic King actually gets some money, and he's the first one to get paid.
oh yeah, I'm sure that him then Matt, the letterer, would get some money. But that's I like that. I like that when people, it's kind of like what Frank and Martin and I did. I was like, hey, I want to make a comic. Do you want to make a comic? And then we just made that black and white comic masked. Um, yeah, I think it's cool when people do that. Like, hey, let's just make a comic. Let's have a silly goose time and make a comic.
Now, the only thing about not being a colorist is that they save themselves a truck ton of money. It is expensive to hire a colorist, a decent one, and it is expensive to print in color. So I get why they didn't do it.
For sure. Real quick, Larry, talk real quick. I gotta go to my wife.
Okay. All right. We did Niobe black and white, first 5 issues that way. And so, because we couldn't afford a colorist. So, you kind of have to build up to that. But other books that look really good right now is Raven Demon Hunter from Nicholas Mueller. We have Mary Machine Gun in the chat, and Fernando is just knocking out the park to the point where I had to contact Max and say, I want to hire your dude, man. How do I get a hold of your artist? Because I need him to do something for me. So that was really, really cool. Neil Star says, the handyman can because he fixes things you love and builds the world real good, man. We have William Quinton in the chat, man. 47 Furious Tales here in the flesh. Another great book. It is what it is. Mary Machine Gun says, Boneyard Press was all black and white. Too tough for color, man. But that has changed now, right? You are in color now. That's my understanding of it. And hopefully we'll get Tyler to be able to bring up your campaign, and we can take a gander at that. But yeah, guys, ask me a question, man. Ask me a question. I'm going to be rusty. I'm going to be out of shape. I'm not going to be able to do this because for 3 months I'm going to be sitting in the penalty box. Boneyard is a different imprint. Ours is Atrocity Press. Okay. See, I didn't quite understand that. That's good. See? All right. But yeah, I'm going to be on the sidelines for about 3 months. I'll still pump out a couple of videos, like smaller news-related videos on my channel. If I have anything to update Niobe-wise, I'll go ahead and do that. But honestly, I think a break is good. Dan O'Vera says, we are 1 day away from closing the Space Oddities campaign. Right. So I always believe in promoting whatever my team is doing. And Space Oddities happens to be one of those projects where someone that's working on Niobe is working on a different project. And I think that success goes all around. By me helping Space Oddities in turns helps Niobe. And the more work that Dan O'Vera can get, the better, We want to be known as guys that get things done. We want to be known as guys that if you come work for us or work with us, that good things can happen. And I've seen it. I've seen it time and time again. And it may not be, Tim Lim numbers, Brian Polito numbers, Ethan Van Sciver numbers yet, but good things are happening across the board. Independent comic books are more popular than they've ever been before. Crowdfunding is completely on fire. You understand? It is an online market now. It is an online market. You are finding things in these crowdfunding that you've been missing when you've been going to your local comic shop. And that's not to say that there isn't decent things at the comic shop, but you have to look for them. You have to, like Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood is pretty good for a Marvel book. But it's the latest Marvel book that I've seen that's been decent in a long time. And it's because it's backstories of Wolverine. It's not even, stuff that is, happening currently. It's like black and white, and then like the only color you see is like whenever he cuts someone up and you see the blood fly. Dan O'Vera says fulfillment is our word. Yeah, well, I mean, as fun as it is to go through the actual production process of this, getting it drawn, getting it ready, getting it printed, the fulfillment is probably the hardest thing that a lot of creators struggle with, because for two reasons. A, they've never done it before. They don't realize how much work it actually goes into making these packages and boxing them up and labeling them. And two is that they completely underestimate shipping costs or overspend the money that they made in their crowdfunding to the point where, they're shipping out a couple of books a week because they can't afford to do any more than that because they've blown their wad. So you got to understand that when you crowdfund, let's say you make $10,000, that 10 grand isn't yours, okay? That 10 grand belongs to the backers. Whatever is left after you've made, produced, and sent out the book, then that is yours, So quite oftentimes a $10,000 Kickstarter might mean maybe you took in 4 grand because maybe it cost you 3 grand to print it, and maybe 2 or 3 grand to mail out 300 packages. I got 280 packages to mail out, and they're on average about $10 to $12 a piece. So do the math, right? If I was to say take 11, let's kind of put it right there. 11 times 280. That's going to give you an idea of what shipping is going to be. At least if you're in Canada, right? That's me shipping the majority of these to the United States. I have very few Canadian backers. I got a handful, but it's not much, man. So let's just do the math here. I'm bringing up a little calculator right now. So 280 times 11. So we're looking at $3,080 just for shipping alone. Okay, and that is not including the materials that you're using for shipping, like your bags and your boards, your bubble wrap, your tape, your Gemini mailers or envelopes, or wherever the hell it is that you're using. That is just what the post office charges me. Dan O'Vera, and we have Brad Ashworth in the chat, man. What's going on, man? We just had a look at your pages for Handyman, looking sharp, brother. Dan O'Vera says the problem with of the top books making a gazillion money is that they make the money, but once it's time to produce, they lose steam, and we might even say interest in getting the actual book finished. Yeah, some people jump on this because it's all the craze, right? They expect big success and that things are just automatically going to happen. They don't realize the work that goes into it. Mary Machine Gun says, yeah, my shipping costs are crazy, and of course right now USPS has increased their shipping rates. Yeah, man, they're milking it for all it's worth. Mary Machine Gun also says Mary Machine Gun was finished before we even started to crowdfund. The books weren't printed yet, but everything was complete. Where did Tyler go? Tyler got fed up. He got mad at me. He said, you know what? He said, if you want to take over the show, LP, you go ahead and take over the show. I'm fucking out of here. And he's gone off to have dinner with the wife. So it's I run Draw and Talk now. I'm Tyler Carpenter. Where is my book? And that's it. This is my new home now. We're gonna switch this to Draw and Rebel Gaming. Very, 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 very soon. Of course, I'm just joking. Tyler had to step out for a second. Yeah, new blood on the screen, right? It's new blood here. I'm just babbling until Tyler returns. This is what I do. Yeah, this is the only way I could go live, This is the only way that I can make it happen, is completely just hijack someone else's show. Yeah, we did. We went to handymancomic.com, brother, and we had a look. Yeah, it was probably about 10 minutes ago, dude. You missed it. You missed it. So yeah, go ahead and check out handyman.com. Now I know Tyler is back. He's back in black.
Dude, that was a stressful phone call. I just got a phone call from my realtor.
Uh-oh, what do you say? You didn't get the house or something?
No, it's just like, hey, are you willing? Dude, buying a house is like gambling.
Right, you gotta roll up
They're
dice.
like, yo, so this person's gonna do this. Are you willing to put up like an extra $2,000? And it's just like, it's like, oh my gosh. So, yeah. So we're just talking strategy, and he's like, are you willing to put up like X amount, an extra $2,000, extra $3,000? And I was just.
How much more can I milk you for, son?
I know. So let's. I've got two more campaigns, Larry. Thanks, by the way, for taking over. I have no idea what you said.
You're gonna have to go watch it.
I will. All right, guys. Last two, and then I gotta bounce. Vestry number 2. Now I say this because these two creators are awesome. Shabby owes me artwork, but right here, I've got. Let me pull it out because I want you guys to see this awesome.
Don't pull it out, Tyler. It's like right. Chuck earlier said he had to play with it. I'm like, fucking don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that on stream. There we go.
Be like that guy from CNN.
This is Vestry. Gosh, dang it. There's an ash can it came out with, but here's the Matt Weldon cover.
Damn, son.
Not too shabby, so I'm excited.
No pun intended. Not
no
too
pun
shabby.
Intended. So I'm excited to read this book. I mean, look at this. The physical version plus the ash can's $11. Not too shabby. Now, the last time they did a version that you didn't, if you didn't want the ash can, you didn't have to get it. But yeah, guys, go check out Vestry. I mean, the creators are awesome. It's fantasy. There's some Sashi art.
Miss Sashi, yep.
Boobs.
Bobs.
And then finally, the Buckler.
Yeah, well, Mr. John Dillard is still in the chat. You know, John Dillard's the real fucking deal, man. You look at this art, this dude is doing it all. He's penciling it, inking it, coloring it. He did that, like, you know, I keep saying this cover's got like an Alex Ross vibe
He freaking painted this.
Yeah, I watched him do some of it.
It's nuts. Hold on.
Tyler is getting summons again by the wife.
Dude, this whole house thing is ridiculous. Yeah, he's doing it all himself, drawing it, coloring it, writing it. The story is going to be epic.
It's the story of a villain. This guy got kicked out of the Rick Piper universe. He's forced now to venture off on his own as he builds up rage and frustration against the Canadian Shield.
I love how he chose to do it in Canada because he didn't think the people would retaliate that bad.
Yeah, no, he's in the city of Winnipeg. Have you ever been to fucking Winnipeg?
No.
No one wants to go to Winnipeg.
That is hilarious. Hilarious.
No, but all seriousness, so you gotta check out. And Mary Machine Gun, I know Tyler don't have time.
No, Flip. Let me put it up real quick.
That is LP's pick of the week. You know, if you like another bad girl comic, you know, let's say that Niobe's not enough for you. You need something else to kind of sink your teeth in. You want some beautiful work by Fernando. You want to see a guy that kind of takes this seriously and is taking it to the next level. You want that old school Top Cow vibe. This is where you're going to get it. Right here. It's also a member of my infamous Bullet Club, so I'm always going to promote Bullet Club members. And as you can see, it's beautifully illustrated. It's got great colors. This book is printed. It's done. It's ready to be shipped. In fact, I saw pictures that Max posted the other day showing off the 4 covers, like physical covers in his hand. That's my favorite one that Tyler just went by.
This one?
No, the one above it. Yeah, there you go.
Where she's falling off the bed.
Yeah, I saw this image. I'm like, I'm going to get this guy to fucking draw me some Niobe, man. You know what I'm saying?
I dig it. I dig this.
There you go, brothers. Mary Machine Gun.
And then, one last shameless plug, guys.
Yeah.
Go get this book for free. It's free.
12 pages. The cliffhanger ending will make you chomp for more.
Aw, thanks, Larry. Yeah, Larry knows.
Chomp. Like, as in you'll be hungry for more food. More appetizers from the chefs.
I'm excited for this, guys. I just I'm right now drawing some slow scenes, and then I'm gonna be going into some action scenes later this week. Drawing. I'm super pumped for it. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Larry, thanks for hopping in and doing this
Hey
stream
man,
with
I'm
me.
like a vagabond now, man. I just need to go and like hijack people's shows for like 3 months.
You're like the guy. You're like the. Can I come on your show, please?
No, no, I'm not even gonna be begging for that, man. Like, I'm good with taking 3 months off, dude. I'm absolutely cool with it. Like I actually kind of like started playing in my mind now how I'm gonna like do things and rearrange my weekends and maybe be a little bit more productive in the real world, you know.
And like it's gonna make your videos like your videos are gonna get more creative and more creative. Because I mean, hitting the live stream, the live button. I mean, you and I've done this so much. We just set it up, hit live, and we shoot the shit.
You
But
just
like
go with the flow, man.
making a video, a pre-recorded video, I mean, that takes time. You got to think of an idea. You got to put it together. I'm excited to see the content that you make.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like a bad version of the quarterly.
When will you be back making your next show? Zumi, I'll be doing so this is the last live stream of the year on my channel. And so we will, let's see, what's today? Tuesday. We'll have a video out hopefully on Friday, and if not, we'll have new videos up starting next week. I'm super busy with work, drawing this bookshelves, and currently trying to figure out how to buy a house. It's freaking stupid. So, all right, Larry, where can people find you?
Underneath a dumpster, drunk somewhere. No, man. It's Niobe Comic on Facebook and on Twitter. And now, more importantly, it's Rebel Gaming Triple X on YouTube and on Twitch. So don't let this asswipe win by striking me. You come to my YouTube channel, you subscribe to it, you enjoy the 3 months of shorter videos, and then you be there March the 1st or whenever when we do the Super Show. And I bring on all my boys, and we're going to promote the shit out of some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
we got another super chat, man.
Oh,
For
Mary Machine
$5,
Guns.
yeah, $5. He says, "Bang! Here's a bit of money to help with the house, brother. There's your first house payment right there."
Boom. I'm going to put that $2.50 because YouTube takes the other 50%. And I'm
I
going to
thought
put
they
that into
took
my.
33%. Did they really take half?
I don't know. I don't know. I
It's
don't look at my.
33%.
I get a check from them every month. I never really look at it.
Dude, I never got a YouTube check in my life. That's my goal and my mission is to get a YouTube check. Even if it's for like $5, I want a YouTube check. You know.
But you know what? When my realtor calls and he's like, "Hey, like, how much more money are you guys willing to put up?" I'd be like, "Yo, a banging $5. Let's do this."
Yeah. No, I got this like $5 Canadian money. We good?
Exactly. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. We will see you guys either this week or next week with more comic book, silly goose time stuff. All right, guys,
Right.
peace
Out.